Could you tell us about how you got a star after just 20 days of being open?
I thought it was quite wise to open after lockdown number 1. It wasn't. So we were only traded for 10 days. Then after lockdown 2, we traded for 10 more days. But we were fortunate enough for Michelin to come in to see what we did within those 20 days, which was great. Hi, I'm Andy Bainan. We're in the heart of Hackney in Behind Restaurant, and I'm going to give you a little tour of the kitchen. Come step into the walk-in fridge. So we're more focused on seafoods. As soon as you walk in, we have our fish that are drying out. Some of the fish here has been brined or cured with salt. So with brine, we use like a light seawater, and we tend to use that with more fatty fish. So the fatty fish are under here, which is freshwater trout. And you can see it's got this wonderful, like, pure fat just there.
Why seafood? Why was that for?
I think especially like being in London, like people don't eat enough fish. And especially when you're going out to eat, like if you can imagine eating like multiple like fish dishes, you always think of like tapas. So I think being like really creative with dishes works really well. You can get a lot of flavor into it as well. So, these are lovely. These are Sicilian prawns just here. They actually freeze them on the boats as well. So they freeze them at -25. So they instantly kill them. We dehydrate the heads to make our prawn on toast, which I'll show you. Prawns we buy per box, and I mean, they do get quite pricey. Per prawn, we're probably paying around sort of £6, I'd say. So these, I mean, these are my favorite because they're deep ocean. They're in between Sicily and Morocco. They're a wonderful red color. Unlike sort of gambas tend to be super meaty. The Sicilian ones are really creamy, even perfect for like a carpaccio. These are kippers, so super, super British. Not many people have heard of these really, because it used to be sort of like a classic, like olden day, like breakfast. And what we're trying to do is bring it back. So around like the East End, this used to be like a really big, like working man's breakfast. They used to have kippers on toast, and even like posh hotels used to serve kippers on toast. But now no one's really using them at all. Kipper itself is a smoked herring. So it's cured with lots of salt, heavily smoked as well. So for me, it makes a perfect like stock to make like a natural seasoning to it. But I'd say most British people over 35 have heard of it. Anyone younger has probably not really used these or had them at all on that side. So we have we've got a set menu. So everyone has the same menu. So we're never sitting on too much fish. And my ethos of that is, so we're like working fresh on that side. I'd say different types of fish. You've probably got like 7 to 8 different styles of fish, from like shellfish to like whole fish coming through. And then, yeah, it's just constantly changing. I mean, shellfish wise, we've got these wonderful scallops. So these are around like 110 grams.
Size of that, yeah.
Yeah, it's massive. So these are Orkney scallops. We literally just sear them, serve them quite under and opaque, and then we carve it just down this side here and just completely open it up. But we like to work with big fish like this, so we almost rest it like a piece of meat on that side. Okay, so as you walk into behind, you've got the kitchen here, and everyone sits around the kitchen. So I think I designed it on like a back of an invoice, actually. I mean, I've always had this like in mind. So it's all just like curved around, so everyone's got like the best view into the kitchen. And also designing it where everything's built into the restaurant. So cutlery drawers built in, glasses, as you can see, they're easy, accessible. The way we work is hot pass here. So most of the plating up happens here. Cooking happens all around here. So if you guys want to come in. So we're setting up, we're just using induction just here. So if you come round, we've got all the settings just here. And for us, it's super clean, really consistent as well.
Why do you prefer induction to gas?
I'd say it's more consistent along that side. We've also got a solid top here. So we'll use this for controlled cooking with the fish skin side down, or even just warming sauces as well. When we need kind of like smoky flavors, we use Rabata grill. We start it off very slowly. We use bitterjang, which is a Japanese charcoal. And what's so special about it is the hole right down in the middle, because it essentially acts like as a jet engine where it just shoots air through, and it really retains its heat. Once we've used it, we actually dip it straight into water, which I'll show you later, cools it right down. and then we dehydrate it in our dehydrator, and then we can reuse it as well.
Have you ever smuggled it home to barbecue over the weekend or anything?
Yeah, do you know what? I've actually got one of these at home. They're brilliant. I use it so much. I even barbecue in the rain. Love it. Little umbrella.
Quite a heavy duty blowtorch, is that?
Yeah, so a lot of kitchen blowtorches are tiny, but these are from a plumber's store. They're incredible. So yeah, they literally just last forever. We just change the gas on that. There's a few things I actually get from plumbing shops as well. There's a plumbing store round the corner, and I think I'm their weirdest customer. What we do is we use pipes, and these are just copper pipes, so they like really retain the heat. So what I do is I get them cut down to certain lengths and even like sizes as well, and we use these as molds as well, and we use these as molds. So when we're developing dishes or working on twills, normally I'll run to the plumber shop and we can work out different like stencils we can get through on that side.
Probably a lot cheaper than going to someone to custom make a mold for you, isn't it?
Yeah, well, he's custom making them. So, I mean, I've always loved madeleines, and we serve them at the end of the meal. But what we do is we stick back to madeleines being traditional. So when you buy madeleine molds now, you'll buy madeleine molds with already a shellfish shell inside it. So what we do is we get these wonderful clamshells, and this is going to be the base to our madeleines. So what we do is, as a customer starts finishing their last dish, we start baking these, but we actually bake them right inside of the shells.
Is it always done in clamshells? Have you experimented?
No, well, we don't want anything too big. I used to find scallop shells; they just souffle so much, and they're massive. So we just gently grease the shells. And this mix here is a tonka bean mix, but it's still like a classic madeleine base.
Obviously not a British dish. Are these just on the menu because you like them, or is there like a particular maybe part of
Yeah,
France?
I just think it's a really good way to finish a meal. We always keep fish shells back for us to reuse. Something really random we do as well is we keep. You're not allowed to swear, are you? My bad. Rewind. Something really random we do is we use fish scales as well, and we recycle them by using them as breadcrumbs. So we boil them for 7 to 8 times. We dehydrate, and then what we do is when they're dehydrated, as soon as they hit hot oil, they just puff up because there's so much like liquid gelatinous inside it. So that's what's a bonus with having a fishmonger so close to us is. Okay, so these madeleines, straight out, and what we do is we just pop them round, just like so.
Like you're turning an oyster.
Exactly. We've not tried them in an oyster shell yet, so you give me a little idea. So this here is it's a jewellery stand. I think it cost me £2.
Do you remember where it was from?
I can't tell you. It's giving it away, you know.
Tricks of the trade.
There you go, try one.
Oh, thank you. Don't mind if I do. Cheers. That's beautiful.
Everywhere I travel or go, I like finding niche little like items that I can use in a restaurant. Obviously, like this is my cheapest sort of plate, say. This is a delivery we just had, so it's here in Berlin. What's great about this lady is the way she works with her plates. You can see how like wonderful and like unique they are. But she'll create plates that essentially will have its own place like that. And we can also use them as a separate plate as well. So we can essentially get 2 wares out of one. A lot of our plates we get from around like different suppliers. A lot of them are bespoke as well. So these bowls are from an amazing woman called Bryony, and all of the work here is hand piped on. And this was actually a gift from her. So she gave me 24. And what I did in return was I did a day's work for her, like an exhibition in a gallery, where I was just plating up dishes all day on her work. So her payment was actually making me these. I think we've smashed 3 of them now. So it's pretty heartbreaking, especially about all the work that's kind of like gone into it. But yeah, I'm obsessed with these bowls. I think they're great. because we just do one sitting, we need exactly 18 plates. So we start off with around 24. When we get into like the 2019 mark, it's a little bit scary on that side. My restaurant couldn't live without. I need to be quicker. Giorgio, can I say Giorgio? Giorgio, the head chef.
Hello.
Can't live without him.
Nice to meet you.
Does that work?
Well, that's fine. I was going to say, the next one is, what's the most expensive item in your restaurant? And you can't say Giorgio again.
Oh, most expensive item? I'd say what? Yeah, I'd say the Rational oven. It's probably the most expensive item.
Ballpark figure?
What? 8-9 grand?
So this is just your combi oven.
Yeah, so combi oven here. Essentially, it's like roast as well as steam. I think these are brilliant. It's been with me for 6 years now. So this was actually second-hand when I bought it. Consistent control. We can make soufflés in here as well with controlling a fan. So it's just a consistent heat going around. Never let me down. So as you can see here, and as I mentioned, we use a whole prawn or utilize a whole prawn. So what we do to the heads is we first take all the brown meat out just there. So this is like a really umami, salty, like seafood flavor. We mix it with olive oil to use as a seasoning or natural seasoning. The head itself, we just take out the eyes, just there, and anything bitter inside, like the gills. And then from that point, it's boiled for 6 minutes, and then we dehydrate it in here. So the reason we dry these out, have you had prawns on toast before? Of course. One of my favorite things in like a Chinese takeaway. And what we do is we make a prawn mousse with like shrimp powder, fish sauce, and lots of spices running through it. And then we pipe it just like so, so just to the top. And then just do a little line as well, just running down here. And then we dip the little head just here.
Behind's take on a sort of Chinese prawn sesame.
Exactly. But obviously we need to fry it, so come around it. We use these to sort of essentially just angle everything we want to go. So we always use the same brand, which is We Chef. And we've got our like logo as well. So as you can see what Giorgio's doing, he can just perfectly put every sort of lining into it.
Is there a reason why you would use the straight tweezers versus the ones with the kind of the scoop on them?
I always prefer these. I think for me, the scoop is just not as, you can't get as precise. So this is a knife we all use during service. Japanese steel. Kato is a company as well that we use for these.
Most important knife you use during service? Or?
Yeah, I'd say during service is the most important knife. We always have it set up just where Giorgio is, just over there. They're great because you can just do one straight line to cut it. So this is a prawn that's been fried and super, super crispy. You can eat the whole head. And what we're going to do is just cut like a little base, just so it stands up like that. We've got the tail just here. This is served like just really natural. Peel the shell off and taking the intestines out. And we're just going to dress it gently with some olive oil. Just like so. And the tail just goes on top like so. And then to finish the dish with all the head meat, you just pour it into the middle. And what the head meat does is it acts as like a really kind of umami, earthy like seasoning to it. And then this is a consommé that we pour on the side. So the consommé is made with whole prawns and wine. And the idea is to essentially drink this because it's super fresh. And then this is like a really kind of intense dish where you've got the prawns on toast, the brown head meat, and then the delicate tail that's just dipped inside it. And actually in the restaurant, the only bit of cutlery we give the customers are these tweezers, because we literally want everyone to eat it with their hands and like get messy with it as well.
And you save on washing up?
Save on washing up.
I think that's pretty much all I had.
Yeah, we're good, happy?
Yeah, definitely.
Cut.
Job done. Thank you very much.